Hello again. After what seems like months of horrible and cold and wet weather, we're hopefully now seeing a turnaround, which means for many of us bike people with more than one bike, the best bike comes out of hibernation. And here's mine, my Bianchi Infinito. Now, as bike types can be a bit obsessed with our steeds, and if you watched my new bike day video, you'll know that I, like many others, drooled maybe a bit over enthusiastically over what is essentially to many just a bike. Spearmint colour, officially called Celeste. Some people seem to hate it, but others like me think it looks bloody great. So if I was in love with my new lovely Bianchi and its classic Celeste paintwork, why the hell didn't I look after it properly? Particularly with this colour likely to show blemishes up more than most. Yep, there it is, coming out of winter hibernation, but the frames had a makeover during that time. And I thought I'd talk about how it got in such a state and what a good job CBT Coalville have made of it. Now, sometimes we get unlucky and there's not a lot we can do about scuffs and scrapes, like me here on the second day of my France end-to-end trip.
Oh, chain came off then. Great. Mechanical already. Great.
This is how it looked after the chain gave the frame a good mangle, and this is what it looks like now. Luck also plays a part, with various chips and dinks from flying stones and such. There's not a lot you can do about that, and my frame had more its fair share of those too. But I'm mainly here today to hopefully point out the error of my ways and help others maybe think a bit more about looking after their pride and joy better than I did. First, huge mistake, was when I put the bike on the back of my van, on the bike rack, which uses clamps to hold the bike. I clamped the top tube, not too tight so as not to damage the frame, and I even protected it from direct contact with the clamp. But not too tight turned out to be too tight. This resulted in cracks in the paintwork, luckily not the frame itself, and eventually a big piece of the paintwork peeled off, as you can see here in the picture. Luckily, it now looks like this. But there have been other examples where I've been careless. At cafe stops, probably too keen to dive into my fruit scone and coffee, I've not really been as careful as I should have been where and how I park the bike. These marks here are a direct result of leaning it against brick or concrete, and it just needs any kind of accidental movement to cause these scrapes and scratches. Let's face it, I wouldn't park my car with it touching a wall, so why do it with my bike? As you can see, it's all good now. I can't speak highly enough of the service given by CBT Coalville. They're based in Moira, near Swaddling Coat and Coalville. A friendly, knowledgeable bunch, and they really know their stuff. I recommend anybody in the Midlands looking for such a service to give them a try. And I'll leave a link to their website in the video description below. I know for some, having a few scratches, dinks and peeling paint on the frame represents a view, shit happens, and just take the notice and carry on riding. I guess it's no different to some people happy to continue driving a car with dents and scratches in the paint, while others want to get it sorted as soon as possible. My aluminium bike that I use in the winter will never get the respray treatment that this one has. But when you spend an obscene amount of money on a bike, first, you look after it. Failed on that one, I think. And second, at times like this, it's a case of lessons learned, get the makeover done, and do better next time. So that's where I am with my beautiful Bianchi. It's back to being pristine again, and I fully intend to do what I can to keep it that way. I hope this has helped someone. If you haven't already, check out my website and blog, obbcycling.com. Subscribe to the channel by clicking on this yellow icon and see over 150 videos with a couple here to get you started. Thanks for watching, happy cycling, and I'll see you soon.